Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in here on mommytalkshow.com or on YouTube or on Google Plus, wherever you are watching. Welcome to the 2014 Holiday Gift Guide Show. I have two special guests. One more is hopefully going to be joining us in a minute after we get some technical things smoothed away. But I am so excited to be here with you that we can do this in the comfort of our homes and talk about holiday gift guides. As a blogger, I want to give you a preview of some of the products that I'm going to be featuring in my gift guide this season, and so are the other bloggers that I've invited to be guests. So let me start and introduce you to Amy with As the Bunny Hops. Hi, Amy.
Hey Joyce, how are you doing?
I am great. Thank you for being with us. Tell us a little bit about your blog and what you share and where folks can find you.
You can find me all across the internet at As the Bunny Hops, with the one exception being Twitter, where I'm Lilac the Bunny. But I'm at As the Bunny Hops, and that's my Instagram handle. That's my Facebook page. You can also find me at Amy Fulcher on LinkedIn and Google Plus. But on my blog, I like to share a lot of crafts, a lot of recipes, and some technology and travel. Those are all the things I love, and that's what I say my blog's about. It's about the things that I love.
And then for holiday gift guides, I know you've done them for a couple of years. What is going to be different this year in your holiday gift guide?
This year, I'm really trying to have a holiday magazine, which is something new for me. I wanted it to include not just gifts, some special recipes, some fun activities, a little bit about how I decorate, things like that, as well as sharing some of the gifts that I want to receive myself and some of the gifts that I'm going to be giving to my friends and family. I like to give gifts as much, but I like to get them too.
I know. I like to be on the giving and the receiving end. It's interesting. I feel kind of lucky because my child is 4, and every year he has only asked for one Christmas gift. And I want to enjoy this and cherish it for as long as I can because I know that as he gets older, more than one thing. But really, at this point, he asks for one thing. Do you think that's weird?
Um, a little. I've kind of trained all of the children in my family to expect a lot of gifts. I actually get in a little bit of trouble sometimes when I'm at my grandmother's house on Christmas Eve, and I like wheel in the big cart full of presents for everybody, and they're like, "Are you trying to outdo Santa?" I'm like, "This is the one really great perk of being a blogger. I'm going to take advantage of it." So I think that the kids in my family, they know me well. They know if they want something. Aunt Amy, cousin Amy, is this a possibility? Can we make this happen? So enjoy that one gift while you have it.
I am. I mean, last year all he wanted was a Play-Doh set, and I got it for him. And of course, probably 3 months afterwards, he played with it for a good 6 months, and then he was on to something else. But I was able to work with Polaroid last year. They have a new kids tablet, and that was featured in my holiday gift guide. Other exciting brands that I want to talk about. But first I want to ask you, I know since you do a lot of crafts, what are some of the brands that you are going to be working with this year?
Well, one of the brands that I am super excited to be featuring on the gift guide is Silhouette, and they make a digital cutting tool. I've been working with them for about a year as one of their affiliates. They like to send me lots of goodies. You can cut vinyl with it, like you can make decorations for your wall. You can cut paper with it. You can cut out heat transfer vinyl, which is how you can make shirts and tote bags, and it does everything. If you go on my blog, you'll see a million tutorials featuring the Silhouette, and they are away to one of my readers. So I am super excited about that. So that is my number one top gift pick. If you have a craft lover in your life, they need a Silhouette. So I'll be giving one away, but you can find out all about it on my blog and see lots of examples of what you can use it for. I'm super excited about that.
Well, I need to spend some more time on your blog, Amy, because I am not crafty. In fact, I have a board on Pinterest called Crafts for the Non-Crafty Mom because I feel like that's me. Like, if I get a piece of paper and cut something out like I feel do, and I'm like, I'm never, ever, 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 ever going to do that. So I have to spend some more time on your blog.
Yeah. Well, that's one of my. I can't say that I never do things. I can do things that are complicated sometimes, but I don't think I ever post anything that the average person, if they wanted to make it, they could make it. You know, you could sit down there and look at what I've done and knock it out yourself. I don't want to. I mean, what's the point of posting a craft if you're going to do something super complicated that's just going to intimidate everybody who looks at it? That's how I feel about it.
Talk about a couple of the brands that I'm working with, and I know you have a couple of props that you can probably show too. So I'm going to show folks really two of the brands that I've worked with, and I'm going to be working with them. I worked with them in the past, and I'm working with them again. So this is, let me see if you can see it, Naturopathica Sweet Cherry Brightening Enzyme Peel, and this is, let me see if I can do it this way. You'd think being in TV I would know how to do this. The VK Brightening Eye Serum by Naturopathica. And the way that I found out about this product is through a spa review that I did here in Atlanta. And the spa used Naturopathica products on me, and I included that in my review. Well, somehow Naturopathica found my post, and then we had a relationship last year and then they've sent me these as well to review. And I guess the thing that I'm doing, or because I really want things that are going to work with me, my family, so I can show you how they work, is I do have categories. So this is going to be in my figuring out 40 category because I am 41 and I want my skin to look like this forever and ever and ever.
I'm 41.
I don't know how
I feel the same way. I'm 41 too.
So, I mean, do you pick things or do you see for whatever is going on in your life?
Absolutely. Every day my email fills up with all kinds of things. And some of it, you know, I'm like, maybe. Some of it I'm like, no way. You know, I'm look at the things, would I use it? Am I using something similar? Could this be better? And sometimes things just, I'm like, I'm not sure that I understand that, but it looks really cool and I want to find out. And that ends up sometimes being the best pitches that I get are the ones where I'm like, I need to know more, because if I want to know more, that means somebody who is reading my blog wants to know more too.
Right. So tell me, do you have anything there you can show us that you're going to be featuring in your guide?
Oh, sure. I've got a couple of things I wanted to show you. One brand that I have been working with for the past year now is Soul Republic, and they make audio equipment. Okay. And I've got a lot of older children in my family, and there are, once they get past the cute toy stage, you always have to wonder, what am I going to get them for Christmas? And so this is the Soul Republic Punk. So Punk, like P-U-N-K. It's one of their Bluetooth speakers. So you can see it's very small, but it's really loud. And this is a great gift for a teen. They can take it with them anywhere, and they can sync up using Bluetooth if they've got a phone or an iPod Touch or a tablet to play music wherever they go. This is a Lottie doll. I'm trying to see if you can see it without the glare. This is actually a British toy.
Okay, now I can see it.
Okay, you can see it. Okay. This is a doll company that's out of Great Britain. You can buy them on Amazon, and they're an award-winning company, and they specifically started creating dolls that look like children. So they're fashion dolls that stand up and you can play with, and they come with accessories, and they're super cute, but they have a child's body, a child's face, so they don't look like an adult.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. It's not like a Barbie
Yeah, so it
doll
looks
that looks like a grown woman.
exactly. It looks like a child. And they've got they're multicultural, and they've seasonal dolls in different outfits. They're super cute. And got one thing I wanted to show you. This falls into the category of weird pitch that ended up in my inbox that I just had to check out. And I'm super excited that I did. This is the Strim Light. It's from a company called AWOX. It is an LED light bulb, which I know you're thinking light bulb, not a terribly exciting Christmas gift. But it's also a speaker. So you screw this into your standard light fixture, and you can actually sync it up to your music player, your phone, your tablet, wherever you stream music from, and it plays music through the light bulb. And you don't have to charge it, and you don't have to plug it into anything because it's already plugged in there. So it's a light, and it comes
I'm
with
showing people my
a remote
weird
control.
because I'm trying to put it all together. I'm like a light bulb that plays music.
I know it's so weird, but when I got it, I was super excited when it comes with a remote. So it automatically makes your lamp remote control. It plays music, and there is one. It is called the Mini Color LED light, and it's LED, which means it's super energy efficient, which is also great. It shows like you have your regular standard white light, but you can also use the remote control to change the colors. So the light will be purple, it will be blue, it will be green. You can actually set it so that it periodically changes colors in the background.
Okay. Now that you've brought the colors into it, I can see my child wanting that because he's crazy about anything that is green. So I could see a little girl or a little boy who, wants things to match their room and wants to play their music. That would be a good fit for them, don't you think?
Absolutely. It's one of those things, it's so weird. I have no idea who thought it up, but it is so cool. I have it in my living room, the color light, and I just turn it on every day that I go in there, turn it on, and let the colors just change. It would be great as a night light, too.
Okay, well, let me tell folks real quick, in case they're watching Google Plus, you can use the chat feature to talk to us. And we're going to talk for maybe another 10, 15 minutes or so. I was hoping Brandy Riley from Mama Knows It All could join us, but we're having some technical issues. But you can use the group chat, and if you're on Twitter, you could, sorry, I need to put this on me. Sorry, Amy. If you're on Twitter, you can send me a tweet to @MommyTalkShow, and I'm, monitoring my iPhone, looking for tweets. So if you have questions either about any of the products that you've heard us talk about how to do a gift guide, because I know there's some people are friends and viewers, and some people are, fellow bloggers who want to know how to do this. So if you have or use the chat feature here on Google Plus, and I'm scrolling through here real quick. I don't see anything yet. I think a lot of people have shared that the show is on, so hopefully they're watching. Okay, I'm going to take a sip of water too, just like you, Amy. Hold on. And then I want to talk about, I do want to talk about one product that I'm expecting to get in the mail any day now from Wood Watches. They're actually made out of wood. They look exquisite online, and was reached out to me, and I'm going to be featuring that in the Hip Hubby section of my holiday gift guide, because that's kind of what my husband's style is. He's more hip and cool than I am, so we do that. And then I have something for Little Learner, for kids who are AJ's age. Our son is 4. Also talking about other products like gifts that you would give for a teacher or gifts that you would give for other people. Now, one company that I have worked with, I would say going on 2 years now, is Caribbean Naturally. Hold on. It's kind of hard to see because they're logo is kind of faint on the sticker, but it is an all-natural skin and hair care product made from only plant-based conditioners and moisturizers. Chemicals, it's paraben-free, petroleum-free, phthalate-free, sulfate-free, mineral oil-free, and one of the reasons why I wanted to feature this in the gift guide is I still use this product on AJ. I mean, I probably started working with them when he was about 2 years old, and then it has gotten a lot of it, but I've worked with them on a number of campaigns when they've had different sales. It's available in Walgreens, and I order mine on Target.com and get free shipping because I have a red card. So it's not only something that I promote on my blog, it's something that I buy. You know what I'm saying? So, Amy, are there any products that you have, just as a blogger, learn more about and then just became a devotee and find yourself spending your money on them too because you just got to have them?
Absolutely. I am that way about makeup products, especially. One of my favorite tools is the Temp2 airbrush makeup system. And that's a company that contacted me about a year ago. Have you heard of them before?
No, I haven't heard of them.
They are amazing. They have little pods of makeup, and you pop the pod onto the airbrush, and you airbrush your face professionally, and it doesn't melt off, and it lasts all day. And so I worked with them, and they sent me this system, and I loved it, and I keep buying the makeup over and over and over again because it's just that good. It's the same thing with Rimmel's, another company. I keep going back to beauty brands. I think that's because that's where my heart is. Rimmel's a company that I've worked with a lot in the past, and I keep buying their makeup over and over again because it's so good, it lasts so long, and that's so inexpensive too. So, it hits all the things.
I actually have on Rimmel Matter tonight. I think I got it on sale at like CVS or something. So I'm trying to do better about my makeup.
I have moments. All last week when I was on vacation, every morning I was going out in public, so I was putting on my face, and as soon as I got home, I stopped because I was like, okay, a week solid of makeup once or twice a day, I'm good for a while. So, but I definitely have a very large collection of products, hair products, skin products, beauty products. I was going to say I hoard them, but I collect them. There's a lot of companies that are very blogger friendly in the beauty industry, and I love working with them.
Well, speaking of working with, some of those companies, I know there are some people who are going to be watching this, and they may think that bloggers just get a lot of free stuff. So, and in our guides could potentially come across as being rather pitchy. Pitch, 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 pitch. How can we, do a better job of, good ideas, but not ramming them down our viewers' throats and like, buy this, buy this, buy this. Like I said, doing specific categories that I think my family would actually like. But how do you do that, Amy? How do you balance that on your blog, especially when it is about a gift guide?
I think it's important that if you say yes to everything, there's going to be a lack of sincerity there. I mean, if I feature 12 hair products in my gift guide, you're going to be like, okay, Amy, now which one should I buy? Or are you just, throwing everything at me? So I think it's important to align yourself with brands that you actually feel genuine passion about, that you're like, yes, this is a brand that I like, that I respect, that I use. My rule of thumb is, would I spend my money on it? And if I wouldn't spend my own money on it, I'm not going to tell you to spend your money on it. If I don't think it's worth what the selling price is, I can't recommend it to you. So I think it's, about being sincere, you're only sharing sharing the things that you really like, use, and enjoy and recommend that you feel like they align with your values and that you're not overdoing it. I'm very conscious when I am promoting anything that I'm not overlapping so that you're getting so that it's genuine and I'm going to and if there's something that I'm not crazy about, I'm not going to promote anything that I don't love. But I also think it's important to be completely honest. So if there's something like I really wish this device feature, I'm going to let you know because I don't
Right.
want you to buy it and then be like, well, this is okay, but I really wish it had this and you never told me about that. So it's such, it's a bit about being real and genuine and staying true to yourself, I think.
And I found when I have, reviewed something that, like you said, it was good up into a point, like if it just had like one more feature or one more tweak or one more this, and the brand has actually read my review, they'd be like, oh, we never thought of that, or thank you for telling us. So it really does help them too. So they know that, okay, this might be great for certain people. It might not be great for everybody. Here's how we can make it better. Or especially like in testing certain apps and things like that. Just being able to help walk them through the process of what it really looks like and how someone would really use it. Because I just did a campaign, and this is not holiday related, but kind of mildly holiday related, with the Place Us app. And it shows how you could connect with your family members or people you trust. Let's say, you want to know where your nieces and nephews are. So you can, just set it up so you specifically would know that, and it has privacy, limitations on it. And I said, okay, well, here are 6 ways that moms would use it for play dates, for double dates, for different things like that, wanting to know. So I think, like you said, you have to make it relevant. It has to fit you. I mean, there are certain things that are not going to fit me because of my age, because of my hair, because of my race, because I only have one child. All of those things are not really going to fit. So how do you feel when you say no to something, Amy? Are you like, whew, that's like a relief in a way? Or do you try to also think of maybe knowing someone else that it might be a good fit for?
I think when you're a blogger, you're part of a community. And I am constantly seeing things come across my inbox or hearing about it as I'm online in different groups. That's not a fit for me, but I know the perfect person for it. And as long as it's okay with whoever that rep is to pass it along, I'm going to pass it along because that's what I would want somebody to do for me. So, it's all about community for me. I want to share the opportunities that I have with the people who it would be appropriate to. And absolutely, I think and I will confess, I have a fear of missing out. I do that, and it took years of blogging for me to get to that point where I was like, okay, this is really, but I'm going to say no because it's not for me. Because I have definitely been in that situation where I've said yes, and I regretted it because I knew when I said yes, it wasn't for me, but I really wanted to do it because it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Right.
And it always works out that way. So you just have to get to that point where like it is okay to say no. It's okay to pass this along to the person who it would be a good yes for. And that's how you build yourself and your community. And so you will never run out of opportunities by saying no, as long as you're you.
And I think everything, it doesn't necessarily have to be no either. It can be not right now. It could be not
Absolutely.
this week. Yeah, because I already feel like my editorial calendar is filled up with things that, I'm required to do. And sometimes you do just want to have a fun post. And if you take so many things that you're required to do, then you lose your voice, you lose your mojo, you lose what makes you you and why people come to your blog. And that's what I try to do. And I still need to write a post about the digital diet that I took. I took a weekend and I deleted maps on my phone and I just hung out with my husband and my son. And I was way more present than I usually am. And I wasn't, mothering like this or wifing like this, looking at everything all the time. And that whole fear of missing out thing. Do you take time for yourself, or how do you balance things, Amy? But you also have several things you're juggling. But how do you
I
get it? How do you find that balance?
the funny thing is I read, and I apologize because I'm not going to be able to give credit to the person who said this just because I can't remember who it was. But I remember reading a few weeks ago something on Facebook where it was another blogger, and she basically said this whole idea of balance, there's no such thing. She was just like, you need to find what works for you, but you can drive yourself crazy trying to find that quote unquote, mysterious balance that there is.
Right.
And honestly, I thrive on working on multiple. I like having multiple balls up in the air at the same time. And I have lulls where I don't have enough to keep me busy, and that's where I'm not comfortable. So I had to get to a point where I'm like, it's okay to be busy and it's okay to be stressed because that's what works for me. So I think it's all about finding what works for you. I like being busy when I don't have enough to do. I'm not productive. If you're somebody who, I'm also one of those people on presents, because if I don't have my phone in my hand, I get a little antsy. But that's me, and I realized, I was like, what, that is okay. It is perfectly fine, as long as and my best friend would be like, yeah, it's not okay, Amy. When you're with me, you need to put your phone down. But as long as you're not being rude, it's okay. It needs to have a lot of things going on if that's what works for you. And but the reverse of that's also true. If you're not that person, if you feel like you can't handle it because you've got too much going on, you need to figure out a way to step back too. So that's just what works for me. Is right. That was me in school too. I didn't study, a week before the exam. I studied the night before the exam because that's how I work. I need to have a sense of pressure, and I need to have a lot of things going on. But that's how that's what gets me going. That's where my drive comes from.
Well, it looks like you've already gotten a jump on your holiday decorations. I see your wreath behind you on the mirror. You have your, you said your Snow White bow on. How are you preparing personally for the holidays?
I have an entire closet that is full of decorations that are very anxious to come out. I'm actually super excited. I feel like being a blogger gives me the excuse to bring everything out now, waiting until a reasonable time, like the day after Thanksgiving, because I can be like, no, I need to take everything out now and put it up so I can take photos for my gift guide and things like that. But I will fully admit I'm a Christmas freak. I would do 365 days of Christmas every year if I could get away with it. So we're very. I will confess, this went up tonight for the hangout, but all of the decorations are slowly making their way out now and will be fully throughout the house soon. And I cannot wait to start putting Christmas content on my blog. Blast the content, and now it's almost time for Christmas, and I'm super excited about it.
Okay, well, I'm probably on the opposite end. I do like Christmas. I'm always excited to put up my tree, and I have had the same teeny tiny tree since I went to grad school, 18, 19 years ago. I'm always excited to put it up, and then when that sucker has to come down, I'm like, why, Lord, why? I'm trying to do better. And I think when you have a small family, it's easier to keep things small. Like for us, we have a small tree. It's just the three of us. My son wants one gift, and that is going to be our Christmas. And I am excited about it. I mean, when he told me what he wanted, I opened up my Target app, and I was like, oh, where is it? How much is it? Okay, there we go. Done. Done, done, done. Oh, we do have a tweet from Sarah from How I Pinch a Penny, and I'm sorry, Sarah, you sent this 8 minutes ago. She sent it to both of us. Both of us, you are rocking the gift guide hangout. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Sarah. I hope you're still listening. I'm not going to reply right now because I don't want to be rude. Sarah, what you? And then you can think of something that you want to ask me too, Amy. But I guess I want to ask you how you keep up the relationships with brands, so that they think of you at this time of year and they say, oh, we like Amy, we want to work with her for the holidays. So how do you stay front of mind for them or keep those relations going?
I think the first step is always when you first get that opportunity to work with a brand, you've got to give them some really awesome content. Because if you phone it in and you've got, kind of cut and paste press release, they can get that anywhere. So you've got to give everybody you work with something special. That's step number one. And step number two is making sure they get your links. And every so often, if you have an idea, you don't have to wait for the brand to come to you. So if you're like, okay, I see this information, swirling about the product coming out, they've got a new update coming or something else, it's totally okay to, send them a tweet or send them an email and say, hey, I just wanted to, check in, see how things are going. I really enjoyed working with you, looking forward to working with you again. And put yourself out there, not in an obnoxious kind of beggy way, but just in a, hey, I'm here and I'm ready to work for you and do a great job.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I did with Naturopathica. Like I said, when I got their products last year, and I said, I'm doing figuring out 40 again, even though I'm 41, but you know what I mean. And my skin is, just in as need of attention as it was, last year when I went to Natural Body Spa here in Atlanta for a review. So I really, wanted to do that. And then I know for Caribbean Natural, they're actually doing a 30% off discount on their holiday basket. And so the holiday basket, this is just the body wash and shampoo, but the holiday basket has more, I think it has 4 products in it, and it's a great basket. You ship it right to the person. And I mean, who doesn't like a holiday basket? You could put darn near anything in a holiday basket and the person's going to be happy. But in this case, it's actually, quality hair and skincare products for your kids. So I thought that would be, I know you said you're doing giveaways,
Yes.
this season. So tell me about that, why you're doing it, and I guess kind of the reactions you get from giveaways.
Well, I don't consider myself a giveaway blogger. Every once in a while I have a brand where that's, an option they want to use, and that's fine with me. I think my readers enjoy them when I offer them. I'm not, at any given time, I may have like 1, 2 a month. So nothing, I'm not one of those who's got like 10 going on at a time just because I wouldn't be able to keep up with it. That would not be me. But
Right.
when I was starting to think about my gift guide this year and what I wanted to do, I was like, you know what? Away to my friends and family. So if I'm doing a gift guide, I can give gifts away to my readers too. And so as I was starting to pull everything together, I started reaching out to all the brands that I was going to be working with on my gift guide, and almost every single one of them, when I said, hey, do you want to do a giveaway? They were like, absolutely, we'll give you this and this and this. And so I've got a pretty nice little list of, I mentioned I was giving away the silhouette, I'm giving away one of the Lottie dolls, I'm giving away the Bluetooth speaker, I'm giving away those super, I cannot stress enough how cool I think they are. So I've got some hair care products giving away, a tea gift basket. So I've actually been really, really impressed with how generous all the brands have been with the giveaways. So I'm going to, when I put the gift guide together, I'm going to do it so that everybody has their own entry form so that, you're only entering for that one item, and I'm going to make it super easy to do the entries and everything because it's Christmas. There's going to be a lot of things going on, but I'm excited just to have that opportunity to give some things away too. Feel like a little of my Oprah favorite things happening this year. So that's exciting.
I like that. Okay, I want to talk about something. I'm going to try to remember this, but we got two questions on Twitter. So I'm going to read those and hopefully we can answer those, Amy. One is from Sarah Mock from How I Pinch a Penny. She wanted to know from both of us, love to work with, who is your golden goose?
Oh.
You want to answer that, Amy, or do you need a second?
Well, for the longest time, if you were said if you could work with anybody, who would it be? I'd say any company that would put hardwood floors in my house. But I just ended up doing that myself. So it would probably, I guess now, any type of, I'm all about like I said, I do a lot of crafting, but I'm actually pretty handy and I like DIY stuff. So I would love to move into a little bit more home improvement. So, if Lowe's or Home Depot wanted to give me a call and do something, we could talk. I could work with that.
Okay. When I think of brands that I would like to work with, and I'm like, well, what's the last thing I bought that I really needed? And I know this may sound weird, but when I went, I went away to the niche parent and they are so friggin' comfortable. I'm sorry. Again, I'm 40. I don't want, stuff going every which way. Sometimes you just want stuff that is. And I have enjoyed my Hanes underwear. So, would you like me to say, so you have to pick one. Who your favorite home improvement?
I have to pick Home Depot.
Okay. I was going to say Home Depot too because I did one of their do-it-herself. So you'd like to work with them, and I to work Hanes. Yeah, just Hanes.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned
Put,
this with Hanes. I worked with Jockey about a year ago on their new. Have you seen their volumetric bra kits where you actually have the cups and you measure, and it's a little bit different than the regular bra?
no.
I worked. It's been about a year ago now, and that was one of those campaigns that was life changing because those are the only bras I will wear now, and they're the most comfortable thing. Whenever I grab a different, I put it on, I like immediately go back to change because. So it's one of those. It's the littlest thing, but it's one of those things that makes me happy. I'm like, Jockey bras are the best bras out there. Cannot stress enough. If you're a woman who needs an underwire, you need the Jockey volumetric bras.
Your intimate products are intimate. They're the closest things to your skin, and they make you feel comfortable and make, yes, I'm with you. So we're basically saying the same thing. Mm-hmm. And Sarah from How I Pinch a Penny says, ladies. Okay, so Pam, does that skincare line work with people with extra? So, Pam, I'm going from Naturopathica, and actually they sent me some samples. So what I will do, Pam, since we are personal friends, I'll get your address and I'll send you those samples, and you can see if that will work. But I can say this, for this vitamin K brightening eye serum, it seems to be pretty gentle. Ingredient is seed oil. It has vitamin K, safflower seeds. But I don't know if you have sensitive skin how this would all work. So I would definitely go to the Naturopathica site, Pam, and look at that. Now this um, sweet cherry brightening enzyme peel, for those of us of the over 40 set who need to exfoliate, this is an exfoliating mask that helps brighten and smooth sun-damaged skin. Sweet cherry puree is a vitamin-rich anti-inflammatory, while I'm going to try to pronounce this name, resveratrol, helps even skin tone. So, and according to the person whose signature is on the bottom of this box, it says every ingredient in my formulas works in harmony with the skin's anti-aging process, which is exactly why I'm putting this in the Figuring Out 40, Now, Naturopathica is not, how should I say, it's not cheap. You get what you pay for. When I reviewed their other skincare product, I want to say a jar of it was like $85. But one of the reasons why I didn't mind putting it in the gift guide is because, lots of people get gift cards and you could then put all your gift cards together and buy something. People give you Vasa gift cards or whatever you want to do. So think about that. So let me ask you about that, Amy. How do you think about or factor in the cost of a product as to whether or not you're going to feature it in your guide? Because for Naturopathica, that's some of the things that we talked about. It's like, well, they may splurge on the end of the year in regards to the cost of products.
Again, it goes back to, at the end of the day, would I pay that for it? That's that's kind of my rule of thumb for everything. If it's a product that I think is worth $50, but they're charging $150 for it, I'm not going to feature it because I don't think that would be fair to me, my readers, or anybody else. But at this, the same token is, I think the holidays, to an extent, are about splurging. And if I think that, it's expensive, but it's a good value, then I have no problem, sharing that and promoting that. Somebody who, if there's a skincare product that costs $80, $90, but it works, I'm buying it. I am 41 too. I am more than happy to spend, $80, $90. Actually, I'm almost embarrassed by how many I mentioned I like beauty products, I like technology. I have a lot of skincare gadgets. I'd be almost embarrassed to tell you how many I have. I know Sarah's been watching this, and she's actually tried I have the Tria skin perfecting laser, which is not an inexpensive.
Oh, wow.
It is not an inexpensive item at all.
Okay, so by inexpensive, how much is it?
It is about, it's been out for about a year now, so I don't know if the price has gone down as these things tend to do, but it's a $500 product.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I know. It's a little bit of an ouch there, but if you were to go to a spa and have these treatments done, you'd be spending closer to $800 or $900, and that would be for a one-time thing, as opposed to having it in your home and being able to do it yourself. And it is really, really good. It actually does the same thing that laser at a spa is doing. So if you're somebody who would go to a spa and spend that much money, it's actually a great value. So it's a splurge, but if that's something that you're willing to invest in, it's a worthwhile splurge, I think.
Yeah, and that's what I kind of agree with you. I mean, this is the time of year where you might more than likely splurge on yourself. And that's why when I went to Natural Body Spa for that review, and I was introduced to Naturopathica, you mentioned, your skincare and hair care doesn't just end when you buy. You have to do some things at home to keep yourself up. Because look, we don't want this ain't gonna all fall apart. So I'm trying to keep it up as much as I can. Some of the things that we think about. Now, Amy, do you have any questions for me about, I don't know, my show, what I do, my life, whatever? And if you don't have a question, that's okay too.
Well, no, actually, you're focused on one of my big goals that we had talked about earlier. Is that I have a very neglected YouTube channel, needs some loving. So, what what would you recommend first to me as somebody whose 2015 goal is to get my YouTube channel really up and running and loving on that?
Well, I would say, to start a YouTube series, that's a good way to get things started and get things jumped off, So you would say, hey, I'm going to do a series, and it doesn't have to be for a month. You can say, I'm going to do a series this week, and I am going to show you step by step how to do something, whatever it is that you know how to do that I can't do. And then you could, instead of being all worried about it, like, how am I going to do this? You can take one day, shoot all your videos, and then upload them at different times. So you can upload them each day, and this way your subscribers, your audience would see them each day. Because the way I have my YouTube channel set up, it automatically, my subscribers would get it. So, you're keeping your content fresh, and you're giving people a reason to come back and watch. That would be my advice to you, is to do a short series, anywhere from 3 to 5 parts, and to shoot it all at the same time. Does that sound like something you think you could do, Amy?
I could do that. I'm going to do that.
And then, another thing to do is to just crafter, and I am not a crafter. If I was like you all who could do these things, and the people who are blowing up Pinterest because they can do these things, I would do a hangout. You don't have to edit it, just like we're doing right here. You could set up your laptop on your, your dining room table, or I don't know, whatever your craft. Ask people to watch you live, and they're going to want to stay tuned in and watch the whole outcome. Because think about it, on all the talk shows and you can do it and result once. You can have your major reveal, have that done already. Or you can also, 20 minutes, you got to and watch you the whole time. I mean, there are people who've been watching us for 50 minutes now. So could you do a hangout on a craft?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Definitely trying to figure out how to get my crafts on YouTube, I think, is the best. That's a good step. And I do like hangouts.
Do you do them? Do you do your crafts inside? Like, do you have a crafting area, room, kitchen, whatever, where you do most everything?
I do. And honestly, one of the struggles of being a blogger who does a lot of craft posts is you're in the middle of it, and you've got to stop picture, figure out how you're going to do that. So there's actually a lot of appeal to figuring out a way to set up a camera and have it film you doing it, not having to stop in the middle of it and figure out where am I going to put the glue gun and where did I put my scissors, because you're not stopping to take photos.
Right. Well, I think you would do great. I think you would do a great job.
Thank you.
So I encourage you to do that series in 2015, and also to do a hangout. I mean, and you could do exactly like I did. Google Plus, now that I'm learning more about it, it does have a lot of options for us, because like I just took this, it gives you the embed code. you can take the code and put the player right on your blog. So that's why people are watching this, right on Mommy Talk Show right now, as well as watching it on Google+. So if you need help, let me know. Got it?
All right. Got it.
Okay, I'm going to make one last plea between now and 9:55. If anybody else has any more questions. Oh, I do have a compliment for you, Amy. Brandy from Olivia's Dollhouse here in Atlanta, she's one of my social media clients. She says she loves your Snow White bow. And I knew she would notice that because it's a dollhouse, they have princesses there. Elsa and Anna come, Cinderella comes, Snow White comes, so she has all these wonderful characters, so she noticed your Snow White bow.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay. Well, I think we're going to go ahead. Okay, wait. Somebody just retweeted my tweet. I was going to see if anyone else had any other questions. But I want to say, I know Brandy could not be here from Mama Knows It All, but you can check out her blog too, and it's Mama with 2 A's, like MAMA, knowsitall.com. She has an adorable daughter and a husband, and they're going to be reviewing products too. So even though she couldn't be here, make sure you check out her blog this holiday season. Amy has told you what's coming up on her blog, from the crafts and the tech things that she has, like the light bulb / speaker, which I had never heard of. And I've given you a preview here with Naturopathica, Caribbean Natural, Wood Watches, and I know I'm probably forgetting somebody else, so forgive me, but I had a child who came home sick from school today, so I'm all out of whack. So I just want to say thank you, Amy, for being here with me. I look forward to, read what products that you review for the holidays.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a lot of fun.
Okay, great. Thank you, everybody, for watching MommyTalkShow.com. Of course, I'm going to have more holiday gifts that I will feature this season. If you ever have a hot topic or question, or you want to know my opinion about something, you can tweet me at MommyTalkShow.com, post a Facebook page, just reach out to me and connect. Clearly, I'm the sort of person that loves to talk, so talk to me about anything. So, Amy, have a good night. I'll see you soon. And everyone, thanks for joining us, and I will see you on MommyTalkShow.com. Bye-bye.